If you've played horror games on Roblox, you understand that there is a general formula that they all seem to follow. You're walking in the dark, you hear a noise created by some kind of scary monster or entity, and you panic, get folded like a lawn chair, get sent back to the lobby only to start another run. But once in a while, a game comes out that actually takes that formula and does something a little more deliberate. Something that isn't just jump scares, cheap lighting tricks, and a monster that looks like it was made in MS Paint. Today we're talking about one of the few horror games that actually breaks out of the usual copy and paste loop, Forsaken. Forsaken is essentially a DBD-inspired PvP survival horror game, but it does it in a way that feels surprisingly polished, atmospheric, and way more replayable than the average Roblox Escape the Monster experience. It's intense, it's stressful, it's coordinated, and most importantly, it's fun, even without playing with other people. Hello everybody, my name is Lowerkase, and welcome back to another episode of Just One More Game, a series where I play and review Roblox games so you don't have to, and then I tell you whether or not they're worth your time. Today we're discussing Forsaken, which, as I said earlier, is a DBD-inspired PvP survival horror game. To rate the game, we'll be using two rankings, the core meter ranking, which is a purely objective scale on a scale of S through F, with S being the best and F being the worst, and then I'll also provide my personal rating based purely on how much I enjoyed the game on the same scale. Without further ado, let's get into reviewing Forsaken. If you've been on Roblox in recent times, chances are you've heard of Forsaken. I mean, it's pretty popular, not just because of the game itself, but also its rather eccentric community. Forsaken is basically the Roblox version of asymmetrical horror. You've got two groups of players, the survivors and the killers. The rules are really simple. Survivors have to survive until the timer's up and can repair generators to assist in their escape. Killers have to eliminate all the survivors before the timer ends. It's a tried and true existing format, but Forsaken executes it surprisingly well. The game thrives because it takes an already existing proven formula and it adds enough twists to keep things fresh. You're not just holding E on a generator for 20 seconds straight. Forsaken gives you actual puzzles, and honestly that shocked me. A lot of Roblox games tend to overlook that kind of stuff. The generator puzzles in Forsaken are, at least to me, they were fun, quick to learn, not too punishing, but they were still hard enough that you would tense up whenever you mess up because it feels like you might have just sold the entire match. These puzzles hit that perfect difficulty. They're easy enough to solve, but are extremely stressful when the killer is breathing down your neck. And the killer will be breathing down your neck. The generators being puzzle-based fixes one of the biggest issues that exists in asymmetrical horror games. The loop is now actually fun to repeat. You're not just doing boring chores, you're actually engaged. And playing it with other people, it's just peak. Some games are fun solo and are kind of iffy to play with other people. Forsaken is the complete opposite. If you guys are going to be screaming, panicking, and betraying each other by letting them get grabbed by the killer. It's all part of the experience. Now, something that caught me extremely off guard was the replayability in this game. Forsaken is just so replayable. Most Roblox horror games die off quick. Like, you can only play them once. You beat the story, there's really nothing left to do. But Forsaken is PvP centered, so every time you queue up, it's different. Different killers, different teammates, different mistakes to be made, different moments where you outplay the killer so hard you feel like you ascended. Like, honestly, there's nothing more satisfying than escaping a killer just by being better. No abilities, no nonsense, just raw skill, movement, and confidence. That feeling alone made me queue up way more than I ever expected to. Alright, I've told you generally what Forsaken is. Now, what about the details? As I said earlier, there are two groups of players, killers and survivors. In Forsaken, killers aren't just robots with sharp teeth. They're not just AI programmed to hunt you down. Each one has their own style. Their job, as I said earlier, stop the survivors and their run, basically make them wish they'd never spawned in. The variety of killers is one of the biggest strengths of Forsaken, because you can play as many different killers, each with their own distinct playstyle. For example, Slasher, who is basically the free default killer. He's a stealthy close quarters menace, a classic horror movie killer. He's kind of like Jason. He does serious melee damage and is really good at punishing survivors who mess up a loop. The only issue is he doesn't have ranged abilities. His kit is entirely reliant on you being able to close the gap between you and a survivor. So that means if a survivor plays smart, loops properly, or is just better than you, you're gonna get outplayed. Another killer is John Doe, who costs 1,000 points, so he's not a free killer. His playstyle is basically trap heavy. He's a controller. He's less about sprinting and chasing you down, and more about manipulating the environment and punishing mistakes survivors make. His kit means he's great at controlling flow. He can shut down gen rushes, discourage looping, and cut off escape paths. He's great for a defensive, almost passive killer playstyle. Those are only 2 out of the 7, I believe, available killers in the game, and as you can see, they're already good in variety. Because Forsaken is able to offer multiple killers with these varied kits, no 2 lobbies will ever feel the same. If you play as a killer, you can match your style, using brute force, traps, stealth, or mind games, whatever you want to enjoy. You can also one-trick, because if you master one killer, you can basically wipe lobbies and just aura farm the whole time. Not to mention the tension you bring playing a killer. It's real. Survivors will panic, and if they make a mistake, it'll become blood. Even though being a killer sounds all powerful and all that, you're really not that strong. A team that can properly coordinate, or just one good player, can really punish tricky killers. That's honestly what puts this game above a lot of other PvP games on this platform. It's really well balanced. Inexperienced killers, like if you're a beginner, often get outplayed by simple looping or just juking. And like I said, there is good balance, but that means that a good killer can really just abuse his character, and a bad one, say a beginner, might just make the game entirely boring to play. Just like with killers, there is an entire roster of survivors to pick from as well. Each of them come with different abilities and basically, like I said earlier, different playstyles. That's the main reason Forsaken's entire roster feels so good. It doesn't rely on one meta. You have options. You don't have to settle for some big scary guy with a machete. You can be strategic, tricky, sneaky, chaotic, or messy. And that kind of diversity makes the game replayable. You play once as this killer, and then next match you play as this survivor. You get thrown into chaos next round, and suddenly no 2 rounds feel alike. That unpredictability is gold. It means your brain stays active, your reactions stay sharp, and your fear keeps fresh. Like I mentioned earlier, this game is pretty well balanced, so survivors do have a good chance in winning almost every single match. An evenly matched killer and an evenly matched team of survivors will definitely put up a game for the ages. Proper teamwork on a good survivor team can overcome almost anything. A coordinated group with people knowing their roles, such as fixing generators, or being a support person or a looper, well, it makes a terrifying survivor squad to play against. Having proper map knowledge is also a really big thing. Good loopers and gen jockeys know the spawn points, gen locations, and escape routes, which would give them a really good strategic edge over the killer. A nice thing about being a survivor as well, given the amount of diversity you have when you pick your character, is flexibility. You can adapt your role depending on your teammates. You can either choose to fix gens, loop, support, or rescue as needed. Playing a survivor is oftentimes scary, though, because most survivor characters don't have any combat options. If you get caught, you don't fight back, you just have to run. And when generators are done, the only options you have are to run or hide. So, if you're playing a survivor, communicate, move smart, stick to cover, and use map logic. Also, adapt roles as needed. A very good coordinated team will almost always outplay a killer. All of these factors bundled up together, as well as really good balancing, is what makes playing a survivor in Forsaken actually feel worth it. When you get good teammates, when you can loot properly, clutch gens, and just have overall perfect timing, you feel like you actually escaped death. And that feeling? It's satisfying, and it's why I continue to play even after losing a bunch of times. Sure, Forsaken punishes bad players, every game does, but it also rewards good coordination and skill very well, and that balance makes survivors just as compelling to play as killers do. Let's talk about design. The first thing I noticed in Forsaken is the music. Honestly, Forsaken music might just be the best music I've heard to come out of any Roblox game. It's genuinely just great. You know, chase themes, background music in general, it's all just perfect. The soundtrack is just amazing, and honestly, if some of the background music is on like Spotify, I will probably listen to it in my spare time. Also, the general graphics, lighting, everything is just very well polished. The killers don't look like utter nonsense, the survivors have great character designs, and the maps are just great. You can tell the maps were built with intention. There's verticality, LOS breaks, proper hiding spots in shadowed corners. It feels like a proper PvP map designed for cat and mouse gameplay. Even though it's Roblox, the atmosphere still carries weight. It's a very good use of lighting and the environment to create this horror movie-esque experience. Alright, let's wrap things up. What does Forsaken do right? Well, first of all, it has fun and engaging gen puzzles. It has a great soundtrack and sense of design. It has a very diverse, unique killer roster, great tense atmosphere, good map design, high replayability, and it's also very fun to play with others. As for what I feel the game could improve on, sometimes survivors do feel underpowered. Not horribly, but certain killers are able to easily dominate beginners. Some maps could use clear visual language. New players get lost. A lot. I definitely did. And some killer abilities could use balancing. It's nothing major, but it's noticeable. Honestly, Forsaken seriously surprised me. I came into this expecting it to be another slop horror game because it's popular, and that's what tends to be popular on Roblox nowadays. So I loaded it up expecting another generic chase and hide Roblox game, and instead I got a good experience. The game takes the asymmetrical horror genre very seriously, more seriously than most Roblox games ever tried to. It's safe to say I like this game, and honestly, it might be the best rating that I've given any game so far. As for the core rating, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. From a design standpoint, Forsaken is extremely well crafted. It's got a proper gameplay loop that's easily replayable, great design, great balance, it's all solid. There are just a few things that really keep it from getting that proper 10, but Forsaken might just be one of the best games I've played on Roblox up until this point. As for my personal rating, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed playing it, even solo queuing. Overall, I had a great time, even if some matches did get sweaty. So, if you're able to ignore the weird part of the fanbase, Forsaken is absolutely worth getting into. If you haven't tried it yet, I suggest getting a couple friends and hopping in the game, because this game shines brightest when you're all panicking together. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed the breakdown, feel free to leave a like for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe so you don't miss future installments of Just One More Game. If you've got any games you want me to check out or thoughts on the game we reviewed today, go ahead and drop them in the comments or join the Discord, leave your thoughts there. I would be happy to read it. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week.